So, we've heard a lot about medical stuff over the past 10 months, haven't we? Right? Infection rates and vectors and mRNA and vaccines, and most of us are sick of it. No pun intended, sorry. I know the virus has been politicized, as has the vaccine. I know there are still a lot of questions about how it all transpired and how our lives will change on a long-term basis. But, talk about infectious diseases and pandemics is nothing new, right? In fact, on this date, January 21, 1677, almost 350 years ago, the first medical publication in America was published in Boston. Okay? Now, believe it or not, it was a pamphlet on smallpox, which was kind of like the COVID-19 of the 17th century. Okay? Now, this pamphlet had a really lengthy, unwieldy title. Okay, you ready? A brief rule to guide the common people of New England how to order themselves and theirs in the smallpox or measles. Okay? Now, viruses weren't understood quite as well in 1677 as they are now, but this pamphlet laid out what was known about smallpox at the time and how to avoid it or even prevent it. And I suppose it helped, but smallpox outbreaks still took place even in the early 20th century. Okay? Probably because some people didn't follow instructions. Okay? You see, information is good. It's good. But it's worthless unless you actually use it. Right? It's not rocket science. You can know that wearing a mask will help prevent the spread of infection, but unless you actually wear a mask, just having that knowledge isn't necessarily going to protect you. Okay? Now, it's the same with spiritual things. It's the same with the Bible, You can have a Bible handy, and have all kinds of information at your fingertips. Information about who God is and information about why humanity is the way it is, like where evil comes from, information about salvation, information on how to live a better, happier life. But it doesn't do any good unless you do what God actually says in the Bible. Okay? The brother of Jesus actually commented on this nearly 2,000 years ago, when he wrote in the book of James, "But don't just listen to God's word. You must do what it says. Otherwise, you're only fooling yourselves. For if you listen to the word and don't obey, it's like glancing at your face in a mirror. You see yourself, walk away, and forget what you look like. But if you do what it says and don't forget what you heard, then God will bless you for doing it." That's from James 1. So, don't just store up information in your head. Use that information. Put it into practice. Because if you do, your life will be better. God himself says so. So as you go through your daily routine today, may you keep God's word in mind always, right? And may you listen to his Spirit as he prompts you to do his will.